I was tasked with firing an employee until I discovered what she was hiding from the company. 20 minutes before I was scheduled to terminate Sarah Jenkins, I found this Reddit that changed everything as the new HR director at Midcon and Cheesies. My third week started with a grim assignment: fire the marketing coordinator who'd been chronically late and missing deadlines for months. The CEO was adamant Sarah had to go. Her file was filled with documented tardiness, incomplete projects, and a formal warning from her previous supervisor. Just handle it quickly and professionally, my boss instructed, sliding her termination paperwork across my desk. We've already found a replacement starting next Monday. I'd never met Sarah, but I always review an employee's complete file before termination. While gathering her performance reviews, I noticed something odd. Until 6 months ago, she'd been an exemplary employee, 3 years of perfect attendance, glowing feedback, and 2 promotions. Then suddenly, lateness, missed deadlines, exhaustion during meetings. Curious about this drastic change, I dug deeper into her HSER records. That's when I found it: a medical expense Strejic accidentally misfiled in her folder. Midcon self-insured employee healthcare, which meant that all claims passed through our finance department. The Strejic showed that Sarah had been to the hospital 16 times in the past 6 months, always for appointments that started at 5:30 a.m. No wonder she was late to work. What stood out most was the billing code, the same one repeated for every visit. I wasn't familiar with it, so I called my friend who works in medical billing. That's the code for chemotherapy, she said quietly. My stomach dropped. Sarah Jenkins was undergoing cancer treatment, waking up before dawn for chemo, then coming to work without telling anyone, and we were about to fire her for tardiness with 15 minutes until our termination meeting. I rushed to the CEO's office, Strejic in hand. We can't fire Sarah, I said, placing the document on his desk. She's not late because she's irresponsible. She's late because she's fighting cancer. His face went pale. We could have adjusted her schedule, offered remote work. Maybe she was afraid, I replied. Or maybe she didn't want to be treated differently. Our company had recently gone through layoffs, and employees were on edge about job security. Sarah might have feared that revealing her condition would make her vulnerable, especially as a single mother with 2 children. The CEO immediately canceled the termination. Instead, we scheduled a different kind of meeting. When Sarah arrived at my office, her face was tight with resignation. She knew why she was there. Am I being fired? She asked directly, sitting down with perfect posture despite the visible exhaustion in her eyes. No, Sarah, but we need to talk about your medical treatments. Her composure broke slightly. How did you? I explained about the misfiled spreadsheet, then said, Midcon wants to support you through this. We're adjusting your schedule to start at 10 a.m. We're also setting up remote work capability for days when you don't feel well enough to come in. Tears filled her eyes. I didn't want special treatment. I didn't want anyone to think I couldn't do my job. It's not special treatment, I said. It's accommodation. You've been doing the work of 2 people fighting cancer before dawn, and then coming here to fight for your job. 3 months later, Sarah completed her treatment. 6 months after that, she was cancer-free and back to being our top-performing marketing coordinator. The CUO established a new policy allowing employees to donate sick leave to colleagues with serious medical conditions. Sometimes what looks like a performance problem is actually a cry for help from someone doing their absolute best under impossible circumstances. Before you fire someone for being chronically late, ask yourself what might be happening in the hours before they arrive. The spreadsheet that saved Sarah's job now hangs framed in my office, a reminder that the most important part of human resources is remembering the human.